Hello, welcome. We are inter. Yeah, well, I was also very confused because Vert wasn't visible at first, and then I realized Katya was on top of him. Um, phrasing. Um, oh wait, you guys are muted. Haha. There, you can hear him now. Um, I had y'all muted. We're
Lol.
we. Oh, it was you too because had all of Discord muted. So.
Word.
But we're here. We're finally back with some of the D&D shenanigans that we try to do. Um, it's been a couple of weeks. I am sad that it's been so long, but I'm very happy to be back. Um, we are currently down a couple of players. They are coming, we promise. Um, they are
Misspelled
just
potion.
good job. They are
Thank you.
just running, well, trying to figure their lives out. One of them just moved last week, somehow doesn't know where their things are. That's okay. The other one is working. So they'll get here when they get here. But I don't really have any big announcements this week. Um,
Just that we won't be playing Monster Hunter tomorrow.
No.
Vadarum. Because we're only playing until 5 tomorrow.
Well, I figure that one of our members won't want to
That's fair.
play in the evening because
I mean, if that's the case, maybe I'll play something in the evening. I have been meaning to get my hands on a new game on the Switch for like 2 weeks, and I've just been way too busy, way too stressed in order to do it. So, oh, there's an Asta. So
headphones working.
LOL, no. So moving's a pain in my ass, and I'm playing from my laptop tonight because I can't find the fucking cord to my monitor, and my headset is one of those dumb ones that has like one of those USB adapter thingies that I plug into my laptop for it to work, and I can't fucking find that thing, so it won't work without that.
this is why Mac sucks, by the way.
Listen, if it makes you feel any better, Caleb has actually made me decide to go the window route, and I might even be going like and getting a window or going back to Android too when I get a new phone. But we don't have the money for me to get an actual desktop computer finally until after we get married, so I'm just kind of stuck.
Fair enough. If we ever get into a situation where in the future where I was considering it, math is a pain in the ass. Yes, it is. I could potentially sell you mine for the cheap.
Oh yeah, are you like in the market for another one or?
We so kind of my rig is good for what I use it for. I would like something a little bit better.
Wouldn't we all?
Right. I would like something a little bit better, and technically speaking, in September, I could afford a pretty nice one because I get the rest of my sign-on bonus from work.
So what I'm hearing is you give me a computer as a wedding gift.
Maybe, because this is still a $900 computer at the time of when I bought it that I have put about $300 into, and it's got an M.2 SSD in it, so it's definitely like very functional. So maybe. Havoc, you'll have to define local because technically they are local to me, or she is local to me.
What's happening?
Havoc said if you were local, he'd donate parts. They don't have a fully working one though.
Hey, I'm sorry. Take no offense, but who's Havoc?
He is a viewer in our chat.
Oh,
No
okay,
one-
good. I feel
Yeah,
feel
no
nice.
worries.
Chat.
He's a he watches a lot of my brother's streams because my brother streams way more frequently than I do. Because oh look, my brother's in the chat too. I'm glad I held my tongue. He, but no, he definitely does stream a lot more than I do. I tend to stream later than he does, though, just because that's when I have free time and my child is asleep. But actually, child not home at the moment. He is with mom off visiting people, I think. I don't know what they're doing, honestly. They left.
just wait till you've got two of them.
No.
Yes.
So but yeah, so yeah, no, but that's what's going on. It's a potential maybe. I don't want to promise anything just because I don't want to be giving things. I don't want to be promising to give away things and then not being able to do that.
Yeah, no, you're
It's the
good.
state of Tennessee. To be fair, no, that's not local technically. We're
But
Indian.
no,
All of us except for Katya or Rona here are Indianers.
That's me. Hi.
Indianers, Hoosiers. We'll go with that.
Mr.
That's
Texas.
easier.
Well, I'm originally an Iowan, but you know.
We converted her. One of us. One of us.
You'll never convert me.
We'll see about that.
Never say,
I ain't moving. Fuck that.
never say never, because I do
You want to
know where
switch
you
weather
live.
patterns? That's all I ask.
So,
But no,
Um,
I actually would
13
not.
and 13. Hey, I got my items figured out. We're good.
neat.
But yeah, no, Rip. I obviously would not expect that or anything. I'm just very, very anxious for the day I can actually have a fucking desktop and not have just this 2015 Mac laptop.
Yeah.
How was your Mac screwing up more than mine ever did? And mine was a 2012.
That is an excellent question.
Because she's from Iowa.
Oh, whatever. I knew something like that was coming.
Because 2012 Apple was a little bit, tiny bit better than 2015 Apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Havoc, I also agree. Desktops are the way to go. The only time I really used and currently use a laptop is I used a laptop in college for notes, and it was just easier in that situation. Not to mention, I was at like 5 different universities when I was in college for my 4 years of undergrad.
Ow.
Yeah, can't get the same power out of a laptop. But like I said, I was mainly using it for notes and stuff like that. And then I currently use a laptop for work, mainly so that I can do work stuff when I'm not at work. So, anyway, it is 9:20, and I think we should get started. I know...
Sir, it is 9:18, okay?
What?
I said it is 9:18, just FYI.
That's what I just said.
You said it was
I'm
9:18.
sorry. It's 8:18. No.
We don't want to hear from you, Texas.
Yeehaw,
That
bitch.
was for both of you. Anyway.
Hey, this is helping me get my stuff on track. So keep going.
No. It's time. I think we need to do this. We definitely
We need to step it up.
We need to do the dur and dur.
All I'm saying is work has been very stupid today, and I want to take my anger out on something. So
I feel
hope
that,
there's something
Havoc,
equal.
but I'm out. So anyway, any volunteers to do the recap after these last 2 weeks?
Certainly not I. I don't remember a thing.
I'm gonna do my best. So, but A, no notes. B, I'm scatterbrained. So
Yeah.
let's see how well this does.
What is
Uh,
this?
We left the tunnel and entered.
Brewski. I love it. Sorry, we just got followed by Brewski 1237.
Nice.
Well, nice.
Sorry.
We entered the city of Chimera Peak, Chimera something. I want to say.
I think the city
Right, there it
itself is well. That's the mountain range.
Yeah, that's the heights.
Yeah.
That's mountain range. But the city was also Chimera something, and I think it was.
I think it's just Chimera.
Chimera Heights Outpost.
Okay,
You were close.
fair enough. Met a guard who instructed us to the leader's home, who had a normal name, a normal pronounceable name.
Thomas. Right?
Sounds about right.
They were all Thomases.
I'm a Thomas.
Not everyone was named George.
Okay, why is that?
So yeah, we did that, met him, talked about why we're here, told him we're from this continent, but still asked about major things going on.
I do remember that.
So, little shisty there. But he seemed to believe us, as far as we know. And then we had a hold on. Sorry.
I got it. Keep going.
Yeah. Where was I? Commotion in the streets, and we went to where the commotion was and saw a guy on top of a monster. I forget what the monster was.
Something.
And he was being treated like he was a local hero. So we're like, okay, new team member. And he was Xanos? Question mark?
Xenos.
And he needs to
Xenos.
change his name in the
Indeed.
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure if he has actually chosen a name.
Well, it's Xenos here on his,
Yeah.
and then it's Xanos in the chat.
Uh-oh. We gained
Xenos, Xanos,
gained
Xenos,
blind,
Xanos.
but lost a archer, a blind archer.
Huh.
Anyway.
Also, basically had him join our party, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, yeah, and I believe
There it is.
I believe
Sorry.
for the sake of argument, you guys found found a place to rest for the evening and took a long rest because I think it was evening. I think.
I do believe so. Everything appears to be reset. So
I believe that's where we effectively took our end last time. That was a very good recap. I will say, take your point of inspiration there, Dino.
Party pool.
Okay, add it. I will say the one thing that wasn't mentioned. Why are you okay?
Sorry, I'm figuring out the push to talk instead of having myself muted all the time.
yeah.
So you're learning how to press a button. Congratulations.
Well, listen. My push to talk hasn't worked for like a long ass time, and I just now finally found out is apparently because it didn't have the privacy to use my keyboard or something like that. So that's why I had to quit out of Discord for a second because I had to allow it to do that. And now I'm
Okay.
going to keep whatever button I want, so we're good.
Okay, no worries. There was so, and speaking of Asta, there was a little bit of talking amongst the party members, about to Asta and about kind of her opinions on things and her outlook and everything while you guys were under the tunnel. You guys you guys also leveled up to level 13, I believe.
Aye.
Lots of fun things are coming with that, I'm sure, because oh boy. And
I do have a request.
1 moment. I have one more thing to say, and then I will let you speak. Okay, Asta?
Okay, sorry.
Yep. In terms of Blind's new character, we're still waiting on artwork. No worries on that, though. We're not rushing anybody. They're taking their time and doing it right. So for the time being, his avatar is going to remain Cardin. I know that looks a little confusing, but it's better than to not have one at all, in my opinion. And I don't want to use artwork we can find on Google because that can be copywritten.
Not copyright.
Yeah, and I don't want a lawsuit on my hand. I don't have that kind of money. Asta, go. You wanted to speak?
It was just a dumb joke. But as far as the artwork, my sister is working on it, but she just has a lot going on right now because her boyfriend just lost his brother due to leukemia. So I'm kind of not wanting to bug her right now.
Honestly, I kind of forgot that your sister was the one working on it. So, don't, like I said, we're not worried about artwork. I just wanted to explain why it was still Cardin, even though Cardin is not a member of the party any longer.
No, you're good. I just wanted to explain.
Yeah, but that sucks. Send our love and things to them and their family. That's not fun. That's not something people should have to go through.
Yeah, I definitely will. I just wanted to let you guys know she's not slacking. She's just having a hard time right now.
Understandable.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. I think my new is set up.
Was that the complete thought? Okay.
My new character sheet should be set up and ready to go.
You guys have a long rest, and in the morning, you wake up.
In the Fang and Flame, correct?
That does.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
Yes,
we
we were
one
told
of
to
the
go.
funds on Chimera.
We went there because there was like a fighting pit or something.
Yep. Yes, there was a fighting pit. It was a place that Xenos liked to frequent when he was in town. He probably would have participated a little bit the night before, but he wouldn't have really done anything too flashy, if that makes sense. You can definitely tell just by the way he fights, even in these pits, he is a very seasoned and experienced fighter. But nevertheless, the morning comes to you guys all. You guys gain the benefits of a long rest. And in the morning, you would come downstairs to see Xenos probably at the counter eating breakfast, which consists mostly of what looks to be like pork and eggs.
Delicious.
Legit, I sort of want that now.
Yeah, you're a little quiet, dude. Are you by your mic or were you away from it?
No, I'm right here. Is this better?
That is
Tiny
better.
bit.
I'm gonna turn you up on.
But you're
Discord
still
a little bit.
really quiet.
I'm still really quiet. Okay, how's
Well,
this?
you should be fine now. I turned you up on my end on Discord. Everybody else may need to do the same. So, all I'm hearing is smoke weed every day. Yes. Sorry. So, so yeah, you're probably there eating Probably ham and eggs, maybe probably with some bacon and maybe a side of biscuits, depending on your palate for the day. When you see the rest of the troop, rest of the people come wandering in from probably upstairs. The dragonborn individual seems to be like sleepwalking as he sits down at the counter and asks for a cup of coffee.
All you hear is just.
Do you want coffee?
He always needs his coffee to wake up. It would be nice if I could have some as well.
There is one mug is set in front of you, Deanoch. It looks to be like a thick sludge of a dark liquid. I'll get another one right for you. And he walks off to get you one as well, Katya.
Thank you.
Deanoch just begins to nurse it.
Mm-hmm. It's coffee. Like, it's passable. It is definitely...
it's the gas station 13-hour brew.
Ew.
Probably, yeah. It's... I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not, like, burnt or anything. It's just, like... If you added something like honey to it, it would basically be mud.
Okay, this is coming from someone who doesn't drink coffee, but it's possible to burn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a liquid, which is fun. Tell me how that works.
Remember, everybody, that's what Starbucks does.
So, eventually another cup of coffee is brought to you, Katya, as the rest of you guys are at kind of filtering down. The bartender, this human male, kind of dark skinned and kind of like brownish hair, kind of goes, "Can I get you guys any breakfast this morning, or is it just going to be the coffee for y'all?"
You see some life return to Deanoch's eyes.
God, I need a chair.
What all do you have?
He points to the plate that Xenos is eating off of. That.
It's good.
Maybe not as much, but yes, a plate would be nice.
I got one. Anyone else?
Austin is disappointed that there's no bacon.
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right, 4 more. That'll run everybody a silver piece for Katya and Deanoch, or those of you who are getting coffee. It'll run you 2 silver pieces. And he will return with reasonably proportioned sizes of eggs, ham, bacon, with a couple of biscuits per each plate. And he sets them before you guys and goes, "I'll be here, let me know if you need anything else." And he will kind of walk away and busy himself cleaning the bar and other things. In the meantime, you guys can eat and roleplay. I turn on tavern music.
I don't know about you, Deanoch, but this coffee's a bit thick for my... It's a bit thicker than I'm used to. Stronger too. But if I don't get it, I'm not gonna make it through the day. Yeah, at least it's not thick and frozen. Can't think of anybody who would want to drink frozen. Who would want to drink frozen coffee?
I'd give it a shot.
Enoch shrugs a little bit. You'd be surprised some of the things weirdos come up with.
Although, I imagine it wouldn't be a terrible idea if you were wandering the desert and you needed coffee to have it iced. I imagine it'd be very refreshing. But I try not.
Never have coffee in the desert. Remember, coffee is a laxative.
I just try not to be in the desert.
Yeah.
Well, at least the breakfast is decent.
It is. It's actually very good. Everything's cooked very well into your specifications. It's very much, good ham and excellently cooked bacon.
You'll see Katya eating as ladylike as possible, and then every so often she'll reach over, grab the coffee mug, and take a tiny sip and just kind of, ugh, and then go back to eating.
Is there anything you? Oh, I'm sorry. What was that, Bert?
I was just saying that's why you learn to drink water.
Yeah, water.
Order.
What?
Look, Valinar, we all have our vices. Yours is throwing fireballs, mine is drinking coffee.
Okay, I won't deny blowing things up is fun.
I mean, yeah, fair, but...
The coffee is so that I don't blow up as much. I'm still gonna blow up, we all know that.
I think I once heard a guy whose vice was bombs. He accidentally blew up an inn. Mind you, this was not in the morning, and he did have his morning coffee.
Ah! Now that I have my coffee, I can hear the tavern music.
Lol.
Is it okay for you guys, or is it too quiet?
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Cool.
It's not too loud, it's not too soft, and it's not too flamboyant. I'm done.
Excellent. Then what would you guys like to do with the day?
Seem like a flamboyant individual.
You have no idea. But I'm sure in just a couple days' time you'll get an idea.
Oh, I'm sure.
You should
Now-
see her before she puts on her makeup.
No. But I do like how you put that though. That is a very nice way of referring to me.
Now, why does that phrase actually cause me shivers?
Because without my makeup I look kind of like a guy.
No, that's a above game. That's a reference to a different D&D campaign.
Oh.
We had a character who was actually a Rakshasa in disguise.
I remember that now. Every morning he got up and put on his makeup, which was really just disguised self.
I'm surprised you didn't pick that up immediately.
Look, I have a toddler running around up here. I'm trying to pay attention to him so he doesn't trip and bash his face in.
Fair enough. But don't you
Although-
remember Daka getting confused about his own sexuality?
Yes, I do remember. Anyway, what would you guys like to do with your day? Xenos, you would probably be the first one done eating as you were down there the earliest. Did you have any plans for the day, or were you planning on just following these hooligans
Yahoos.
around?
I planned on following these hooligans around.
Okay. So, with that, what do you
I
guys
said
plan-
I'd join them, thus I'm following them around.
Fair enough. So hooligans, what would you guys like to do today?
Well, I do believe the whole reason we came to the Fang and Flame over the woolen comfort was because there is a fighting pit here.
Yes.
You lot enjoy that.
You should enjoy
I've got
the
an
fighter
experiment I
sport
want to
then.
do.
If it's anything like back on Isurus with the other gladiatorial arena we came to, we should be able to either bet or actually participate in the fights, correct?
You could.
Question: is magic allowed in the pit?
So, yes, but
Okay.
the reason why it's allowed. Well, I guess let me ask you this, Donna. Would you have watched any of the fights the night prior?
It depends on what the rest of the party was doing. So I kind of missed the tail end of the session.
Right. So I know this is where they came for like food and drink, and then like a place to stay.
Yeah.
So would any of you guys have stayed for
Spectacle.
yeah, the spectacle?
I mean, probably one or two fights at least for Deanoch. Just
I
to see
probably
like
would
what the
go
local
one.
talent is.
I had to get my eye full of eye candy before I went to go rest.
So then, yeah.
So what you would have noticed then, Valinar, and the rest of you, just because of your training in the arcane, there were some spells being tossed around, but for the most part, you guys would have been able to identify that all of the spells that were cast were basically cantrips, maybe a few first level spells, and then like a very rare occurrence of like a second level. And those were considered big and flashy spells. So, like,
Oh god.
powerful, heavy hitting spells.
Oh man,
So
by comparison.
sitting over here, looking at my tier 7 spells now. Yeah, tier
Yes.
7.
Yeah. You guys have discovered and unlocked the 7th circle of magic, and like the common folk are going to be lucky if in their lifetime discover or unlock tier the 3rd circle of magic. Like, so that's what you guys would know from watching the fights from the night before.
Well, sign me up then.
Because no one can cast very high level stuff.
I feel like it'd be easier for us to win. Perhaps we should go to the fight pits then.
Like I said, you guys enjoy that. I've got an experiment I want to run.
Yeah.
Every time you say experiment, I get a little concerned.
And something to consider as well, like, especially for you, Katya. Well, and Balnar as well. Like, even if you guys wanted to step in and participate in these fights, while there were some magic being tossed around, most individuals seemed to be very martial focused in some way or another. Most individuals were using like sticks rather than swords in order to avoid lethal damage, but they were also being very precise with blows and stuff like that as well. So if you guys would like to enter, you guys could arrange for that. Otherwise,
Yes,
You guys-
yes, yes.
Yeah.
okay.
It's good. It's been a while since I've been in an arena fight, so
I
The
feel like I might accidentally get magic banned.
the the innkeep is like, well, the fight pit typically just takes place in the evening whenever people are here. If you want to join, I just recommend coming back around evening time and put your hat in the ring effectively.
Works for me.
evening. Evening will be difficult to do because I plan on being out of here by evening. I don't know. Do we just want to take one more day and hang out here in town before we head off to the unknown?
I suppose it all depends on you.
Me?
Do you really want to fight that much?
I mean, I don't want to wait until evening to do it. I don't want to fight that bad.
The roads are also full of dangers. You never know what you might encounter on the way to wherever it is you're going.
Correct. I might get my battles in before the end of the day anyway.
Potentially. Hopefully not, but potentially.
I leave it up to the rest of the party?
Well, it sounds like you and Valinar are about the only two that are, well, and Xenos, are the only three that are really interested in it. The other two, one hasn't spoke up, the other one has plans.
Denock is ambivalent about spending the day.
Hmm.
He's just not interested in the fight pit itself.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm also eating dinner. But I heard basically that there's this fight arena. Obviously, Asa would be interested in that, but if the rest of the party doesn't want to do it, then she'll deal.
Okay.
Well, if Denock's experiment is going to take the day, then we may as well. Maybe I could do the best of both worlds, if Denock wouldn't mind having an extra hand for his experiment.
I don't think you have the necessary spells for such things. And then Denock kind of nods his head towards Tim.
Hmm.
He nods his head at the floor at the shadow on the floor.
And then you just see a
Right.
hand kind of raise up and just wave at you. And then it sinks back down.
Yeah.
I like to imagine Denock's shadow waves at you, like where Denock's hand is, his shadow just waves even though Denock's hand doesn't move.
Whoa.
Is that a shadow?
I should have known that it would be necromantic in nature. Well, you have fun with that.
I do believe I will. It should be an interesting result, I do believe.
But the real question is, what are we going to do until evening time?
Well, what is there to do, Sir Xenos?
Well, not a whole lot besides that, I don't think. There's a reason I spend most of my time out of the city. But if you're doing something or you're experimenting, it's mostly the fight pit. You might be able to find somewhere to experiment,
No. I only need directions to the graveyard.
Oh, it's that way, and I like point to where the graveyard is without getting up. Like
would
in
be
the general direction
Right. It
of
would
the
be
graveyard.
Yeah. It would be
I
located
wouldn't tell
in
him the
the
street or anything.
Right. It would be located in the actual city proper itself, not necessarily in the outpost, but like in the city that's just outside of the outpost. That helps keep it hidden and out of sight.
Right. Well, thank you. Once I've
sure
finished
you'll-
with this, I suppose I'll head off that way.
Okay. And as you guys begin migrating towards the graveyard, at least those of you who are following Dinoc, we're gonna take an early break here because I need to.
Sounds like Ryder needs it, yeah.
He needs to go to bed. So we will take an early break here, and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Thank you guys. BRB.
Okay.
I am back, by the way, but I want to talk to chat here a little bit. Yeah, weekend. And Friday has been a weird day. Definitely a interesting day for me, both work-wise as well as just coming home and everything going on at home. Oblivion, I too am glad that it is the weekend. The weekend could not have come fast enough for me. That is my own personal preference. So, alright. Okay, I'm gonna see if they're ready to jump back into it. So, BRB. We're back. You guys are currently still in the tavern, I think. You guys were getting ready to head to the graveyard.
Those of us who were actually going to the graveyard.
Yeah, so ignored Dinoc, who all is going to the graveyard?
Me?
Actually, I was gonna ask Kadia something.
Oh, okay. Ask me before I leave.
Valinar is going to swallow his pride, and he is going to ask Kadia to teach him how to be a girl.
Oh. That was convenient timing because it fits the move perfectly.
I knew you weren't acting because I'm like, that one physically hurt.
Yeah. Choking on phlegm. You want me to what?
Well, you can use disguise self to change into female Valinar again, and go teach me how to be a girl, so that I can hide on my island when we get there.
Well, that's an interesting request coming from you, Valinar.
Yeah, I know.
But I suppose I could certainly try. I mean, I've been a natural woman for however many years I've been alive. Insert number here.
I'm pretty sure you're like early 20s.
I was until a banshee at one point. Age progressed me another 20 years.
I don't think it was 20 years. Yeah, okay.
Well, my current age is now 49.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
yeah, my appearance doesn't match it, thankfully, but yes, I was forged. I was fast forwarded to 49. I'm like, I'm not even ready for this, but okay.
Well, get ready for a midlife crisis and menopause.
Yay.
Um,
But sure, for about 20, we'll say 26 years. Sounds like a nice even number. It's probably closer to 30, but yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So I've been a woman all my life, so it shouldn't be too hard to teach you.
Except the past few years.
Those don't count. I'm still a woman at heart.
Yeah, but you had to learn how to pee standing up.
I'm embarrassed to admit that. Yes.
It takes skill, doesn't it? Ah. Anyway.
I mean, we've got all day to work on it, so why not?
Yeah.
Is this something that you guys would like to work on without going to the graveyard, or is this something you would like to do or ask on the way to the graveyard and then work on throughout the day?
I mean, that I would probably be asking towards the end of the meal or when we're getting ready to leave.
Okay.
I say we do it at the graveyard where nobody's likely to see us, and you know, that way, if something were to happen to Denock, at least he'd have some support nearby.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Asta and Xenos? What are you two gonna do? Put the fork down. Push to talk.
Fork you.
I don't think Mrs. Rip would like that much.
Oh my.
I didn't mean it like that, you dipshit.
What would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to accompany them to the graveyard or nah?
I would like to raise the dead.
Okay. And Xena?
I'll go to the graveyard because
Who knows what's gonna
Why
happen,
not?
right?
yeah,
Cool.
Can we do a seance?
Maybe.
It depends on what Denock's about to do there.
So,
Why are we going to the graveyard, by the way? Or is it just because Dinock wants to hang out with the dead?
He wants to
Okay.
dance with the dead.
So, as you guys kind of, with Xenos leading the way, you guys move through the outpost with ease, making your guys' way to the exit of the Chimera outpost. You guys breach the walls leading into the outside world. Just beyond a short sprint, you guys can see the city of Chimera, a small farmer gatherer, hunter-like village. Just small little buildings made of wood and stone, and you can see farmers working some of the land around. You guys staying outside of the city kind of head off towards the it'd be the northwestern direction, heading towards kind of a small place, a small patch of land that has been kind of mostly upturned and turned into with headstone markers, wooden and stoned alike, creating a sort of like a makeshift graveyard here, kind of on the outskirts of the city of Chimera and the outpost. Ooh, that's a little too creepy.
Yeah. Nice.
What's this one? Yeah, this one will do. Turn it up just a little bit here. And you guys begin to make your way towards kind of the you guys begin making your way into the graveyard. Dinok,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Is there a central area, clearly, at first glance, just is there a central area easily discernible?
Not exactly. The the graves don't really seem have a huge kind of order to them. They seem to be kind of dug wherever there was a clean patch of land that a shovel could easily break at the time of digging. And there are a multitude of graves here. Xenos, you would know from personal experience that most of these graves are from hunters. Men, women, some not quite as skilled as you, others hard to say, as they would have been taken before their taken either way after their prime, or before you were in your prime, or before they could even reach their prime. But most of these graves are marked by. Most of the graves of hunters are marked by an etching of a sword in their tombstone. They have more of a centralized grouping of an area in the graveyard itself, as they seem to be as close together to each other as they could manage without disturbing another's resting place. So if there was a centralized location, that would probably be the most central area that you would be able to identify at a quick glance.
Okay. I want to call out Tim.
Okay.
Pull him out of my shadow.
Tim slowly begins to rise from your shadow like a summoned creature emerging from the shadow itself. And Xenos, this is your first time seeing Tim emerge from Dinok's shadow, kind of at this point in the day, probably be kind of beside him.
Do I know his name is Tim?
No.
What? Dinok's not like, Tim, please come join us.
Well, hold on. Here's a question. What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
16.
Damn.
16. You don't know who Tim is, but you have heard the name Tim. In the tavern, Dinok had mentioned Tim. Before, I forget the context of it, but before break, Dinok had said something about Tim. Nothing really else came of that, but to your knowledge, there was nobody in the party named Tim. At least they did not introduce themselves that way to you.
Who was that?
This is Tim.
Does it end in an N?
Try that again.
Does it end in an N?
Does it end?
Tim. Is it Tim?
Tim.
Muh.
Tim.
Sound it out now, boys.
Though
Okay,
I
nobody gets
suppose
my
this may
reference.
not matter too much longer.
Yeah?
Dinok will turn to look at Tim.
Wait, are you sacrificing him?
Not so much sacrifice. And Dinok will cut the connection to Tim and end his animate dead spell on Tim.
As you do so, the lingering magic of Tim
Whoa.
holds him. What?
Were you was was the DM roboting for everybody else or just me?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Okay.
Okay. No.
Just making sure it's not me.
It's probably 'cause
You lagged a little bit and then it caught up real quick.
okay, it's probably because I'm trying to open something in the background. I'll just leave it back. So, the lingering magic within Tim kind of holds his physical form for a moment, as if waiting for you to determine what you're going to do next. Explain to me your thought process in this moment as you begin the next steps of your summoning ritual.
I want to take the necrotic energy that I had put into Tim originally, and infuse it into a new form.
Okay.
And as a gust of wind goes by, that catches my attention.
Okay.
And I infuse that necrotic energy into wind,
What is
into air around me.
this creation that you're aiming to create? What would you define its purpose as? Hello?
I'm thinking.
Okay, no worries. I wanted to make sure I didn't disconnect or something stupid.
Mhm.
Which would be unfortunate.
A frontline warrior, but one who is not bound by the physical.
Okay.
Tim's ghostly nature or shadowy nature had been quite useful, and I want
Mhm.
something similar.
Okay. But the goal is to kind of tank and kind of prevent you and your other allies from potentially being targets, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As Tim lingers there for a moment, you for a moment reconnect the energy, connecting to Tim, but now in a more loose form, holding it in a way so that it's more of a tether just to this plane rather than as a means of controlling. You reach out with your arcane energy at that gust of wind, making it physical in a sense, harnessing it for a moment, bringing it down, correlating it. And you guys watch as a familiar form takes place, standing beside Tim, now made mostly completely of wind. Something you guys haven't seen in a long time. The Phantom Warrior that Dinok used to use one of his first major summons.
Oh, okay.
The pure white of this Phantom Warrior, originally Dinok, all of this kind of sinking in a moment, this representation of the pureness that necromantic energies and magic is, the pure intent behind
Of
necromancy. The idea that it is not a frowned upon
Practice.
form of magic. It is something that sorry, I'm reading my notes. This the idea original taught to you by your mentors, the idea of necromancy, of protecting and preserving life and the afterlife, the pure white of the Phantom Warrior that was once this embodiment, into a small cantaloupe size condensed ball of pure white energy. Tim, the Shadow Assassin, this black mysterious figure summoned in a path of rage that Dinok felt after his loss, in a sense, to a formidable foe, Torben. This form of destructive force of necromancy, this opposite side of what the necromantic energies can be. Excuse me. The embodiment of all of your rage from that time, Dinok, into a small, blackened orb. With the intent and ideas of wanting to preserve life of your allies, the friends around you that you have made along the way, you bring these two orbs together using your necromantic energies. Now the wind swirling around all of you guys. The orbs clash and fight against one another for a moment before Dinok's arcane prowess pulls them together, causing them to almost erupt in a blinding flash of light before standing before you, all of you now, is a huge grayish creature, combining both of their elements, kind of standing in the ground. This giant, wispy individual on one knee looks to you, Dinok, for a while. You see the intelligent life in its eyes, those deep blue eyes with a ring of black around the blue, giving you a nod of satisfaction and being proud before the eyes themselves go a little bit more cloudy to that undead, unintelligent life that you're so much more used to. And Dinok, you have successfully made a summon of, I believe, a CR11 creature.
Damn.
And I do have a thing. Bop. You guys see before you this. I get big and pull it over here.
Oh my god! It's so gigantic! It's going to eat the whole island.
Oh, I did make it a thing. Here we go. This will be easier to show. Come on. Any second now. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Did I not make it a... Oh, well. Alright, not going to worry about it then. You guys can see it there. It is... That is the creature that has been summoned before you. As Dinok, it rises to its full height. You are in control of it.
So, if it was previously named Tim, and now is much bigger than Tim, call him Timothy?
Big Tim.
Dinok does visibly look exhausted. This kind of magic is different from his usual summons. And you visibly see him sag, like, ugh. We can work on his name another time.
So then we could just call him Blank. No?
Uh, for now. For now, I suppose we can use him still. As he was made from Tim.
No. No. We had to call him Woe Tim then. For Tim was made from... For he came from Tim. You know, like, woman is... Women are their name because we came from man? Never mind. Ignore me.
That is a grammatical misconception, by the way. But I need to sit down.
You know, it's a good thing you got your coffee before starting all this, because otherwise you might have passed out.
You know, that's a good point.
Well, you just sit there and rest. And I guess this would be a good opportunity to try to feminize Valinar.
At that point, Valinor can disguise self to become a female Valinor.
I was waiting for like a comment from Denock, but all right.
Deok is just sitting on a tombstone, just like, ugh.
Whatever.
And your summon, like I said, waits more or less unintelligently for your commands, and in the meantime it will follow you. It will put itself in the ethereal plane for its ability to travel with you and be present but yet not present.
Mm-hmm. Not visibly a problem.
Unless somebody can see into the ethereal plane, then correct.
Be interesting to see who does.
Yeah, would be, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah. Xenos, any thoughts on all of that just happened? Because you watched somebody turned into a man, from a man to a woman, and then you watched basically a cloud turn into a giant and then vanish.
That was weird.
Come on, you made the character to roleplay.
That I am. That was weird and entertaining.
If you think that's weird, just wait till what comes next.
I mean, it's what comes next then?
Now we get to teach a holy man who is ordinarily completely straight and very masculine how to be like me, who is very much the opposite of masculine.
Let me roll an insight or wisdom to see, like, if they are male or female. maybe.
You're talking about Katya.
Yeah, to sort of like peer into Katia's disguise a little bit.
So unfortunately, he is using. I mean, you can roll the insight. I'll let you do that. Katya, no need to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this would just be something Xenos would question, not necessarily like because I don't know in game yet.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll insight.
Insight.
You think Katya's trying too hard to be
Why did it?
a
not-
woman?
There it is.
Oh, there we go. It just lagged to
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah. So 10. Okay. Katya, I'm assuming that you have your makeup on, right?
Yes, my magic.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, the individual standing before you, known as Katya, is 100% female, dude.
Okay.
100% all natural woman.
Unless you
Well,
cast
you're
a spell
obvious-
magic.
Well,
I was very tempted to spell magic right now.
That wouldn't be
could
cool.
I take that?
I mean, it would be well, it would be comedic at the same time. It would just be a waste of your spell power because I could cast it at will, and
Yeah.
and it would just be awkward watching this man teach a female Valinar how to be a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like a reasonable thing if he needs a disguise.
Now, the first thing to keep in mind is your disguise has to be perfect, not just on the outside, but also the inside. And believe me when I can say when I say this, you can tell when someone's trying too hard to be a woman. And Katya will get right up in Valinar's face and give a very close inspection of his current form.
Of female Valinar's form.
Yes.
Are you touching the form, or are you?
Just looking it over. I know how alter self works, and well, actually,
Well,
Are you using-
I,
are you
this
using
is-
disguise self?
This is disguise self. I got disguise
Oh.
self.
Yeah, I think the difference is disguise self causes your hand will pass through the disguise, correct?
If,
Yeah, 'cause
if
it's
it's
just
not
an
a
illusion.
form of body, yeah.
Oh,
you're
okay.
correct.
Okay.
So if you go to get a handful of, you won't.
Yeah, I'll just be doing a visual inspection. Is there anything I have to roll for that?
I guess go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Intelligence check. Boop boop. That tracks. Sadly.
That's a pretty solid disguise.
Looks good to me. So it would appear that you have the exterior well figured out, but your mannerisms definitely need some work. I mean, you can't just walk around town, oh yeah, I'm a woman, and people are just gonna buy it. So you gotta walk the walk and talk the talk as well.
Okay. Valinar will do the most obviously horrible walk like a woman that he can.
He intentionally nat ones on a performance check.
No, it's more in the hips. You have to sashay as you walk. If you ain't showing off and flaunting what you got, nobody's going to believe you.
Valinar's gonna go again, but he's gonna over exaggerate his ass movements.
It's a little bit better. But maybe tone it down just a little bit, somewhere in between, because if you do it too forcefully, that says, I'm looking for a mate. And unless you want
What
to
if he is?
Unless you want a bunch of guys to come up and slap you out of your disguised self. Like, it has to be subtle, but not too subtle. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Maybe. So just for so quick note to the DM about this. Balinar's gonna walk like he's seen Shia walk, except Shia was a guard, so I'm gonna leave that up to you to how feminine that would be.
I mean, definitely pretty rigid. I wouldn't say it's anything like. I mean, shit. She moves like a guard, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like obvious, but it's definitely like, it's definitely more than, than a man.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you what I mean. And Katya will remove her cloak so you can see her body shape. It's like, look, when you walk, you gotta look like you're trying to lift your hips off the ground just a little bit. Like almost like you're off balance, but you're really not. And she'll purposely walk a little exaggerated to show Valinar what she's talking about.
Okay. Try to mimic that as closely as I can.
Yeah, make a performance check.
Oh boy.
Wow!
20 for a 19.
Damn! Well, you got that one down.
So, the fact that Katya can use alter self at will and kind of allow their form at times to be maybe a little bit more what's the word?
Slightly more well endowed.
Sure, a little bit more well endowed than
I
she
just
might
punch
have originally been.
I just push a little more magic into my buttocks is all.
And probably other areas.
Oh, she's naturally busty,
and-
don't matter.
And with like seeing that and not walking in metal, or some form of metal, you very clearly, more or less, are able to understand how the hips move and how the joints kind of interact. And as you attempt to strut your stuff, you do a very excellent job at mimicking the way that Katya walked.
As a matter of fact, if not for the fact that I know you're Valinar, I would never have guessed.
Okay.
Okay, now we have to work on your voice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, alter. I need to be reminded here. Disguise self. Does it also allow you to change your voice?
Oh man, that's one of those things that I go back and forth on, because you can alter your physical form, and technically speaking, your voice is a physical form.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in the spell that says yes.
Well, based on that, then that means you could change your vocal cords. So I'm assuming yes. But just because you sound feminine does not mean that you speak feminine.
Well, once again, I'm using I have disguised self, not alter self.
Right.
So mine's all illusions.
Hmm.
Because I'll actually just because it actually does say, extent of the illusion is up to you. Aside from me, I can change my height by like a foot. Or appear taller and shorter. Or, sorry, thinner fat.
It's just an illusion. I see now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Well, working on your voice is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
And that certainly makes matters of very confusing. Because if you talk, your cover's blown. And where we're going, unfortunately, you're going to have to do most of the talking.
Yeah, I can't mind link because if I mind link, cover's blown.
Hmm. Unless... Do you know any spells that might change your voice?
That's what I'm looking at. The problem is disguise self is also oh,
Hmm.
neat. Disguise self is not a concentration spell.
Nope.
Nope.
Fantastic. Okay, that makes it a little easier, but so I've looked through all my spells.
Alternatively, since you'll be faking it all the way anyway, maybe you could pretend like got a sore throat, and you could try to sound higher pitched and speak more like a woman. But if you sound gruff, just say, I'm coming out of a cold. People might actually give you some room that way.
About over something here. The problem with that though is if they go, "You're a cleric, couldn't you heal yourself?"
How would they know you're a cleric? They've
I
never
guess
met this. They've never met this woman before.
That's a fair point.
Dianoc will just point to the obvious symbol that
It's not on the shield at the moment because it's
No, the
disguised.
symbol I wear the symbol around my neck.
Ah. Well, couldn't you just
I mean, I could hide it, but
hide it or disguise it to not look the same?
if we go to Golden Wild, though, it might be weird if I don't have one, actually.
I mean, the rest of us won't have one.
Yeah.
Other possibility is you just let me and Denoc do all the talking and just fill us in with Mind Link. That might work.
Could just get a pen and paper and pretend I'm mute.
So, maybe we don't have to work on your voice so much. Just keep practicing your walk and your mannerisms. You gotta move your hands when you... Well, if you're not talking, I suppose there's no real good reason to move your hands.
I don't think I know any spells that change the voice.
What if I just use polymorph on you? You could just be the party pet.
True polymorph.
I don't have that.
not yet anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What is this spell?
See, changing the physical exterior is easy. You don't have the interior, it's not gonna work well for a disguise unless you know how to keep your mouth shut.
I can usually keep my mouth shut. Unless my filter has decided, oh, we're going to say whatever the hell I want today.
So, for instance, what happens when we get to your island and say one of your best friends shows up, walks up, is like, "Oh, you're a new person. I've never met you before. How are you?" Are you gonna be able to contain yourself?
The only person I can think of right now that would be walking out in the open like that, I would just mind link because she already knows.
Hmm. Or what
I won't have
about
any contact with her.
bitch tits? Or however you refer to her. What are you going to? Are you going to be able to keep yourself contained when you run face to face with her?
That is a good question. I do not know.
Eh, I guess we'll just have to find out the hard way. But for the rest of the day, I want you to go around and just sashay and show off what you have. Really get that really get that down. I don't care if you're using disguise self or not. Just swing your hips, Valinar.
Okay. Balnar will attempt to keep up disguise self all day and do that. I will mention it at least 2 times today. Disguise self will fall and he won't notice it. It'll still be doing.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
Okay.
And I do not see any spells that change voice, by the way.
I don't think there are any, which is about the only reason why I allow at times the the alter self to work that way, because it's the only other spell to my knowledge that would work that way. So don't really know.
Other than alter self. Or
That's what I said. Alter self.
oh yeah, my brain keeps saying prestidigitation, but I don't actually exactly know the extent of that spell.
No.
No.
To the best of my knowledge, no.
You know, we could always just tie up my mouth when we walk around, and if anyone asks, one of you guys go, "Yeah, we're trying to train her not to cuss everyone out every 5 seconds."
That could work.
We're just trying to keep her mouth shut because she doesn't know how to stop talking.
While watching this, Asa is just very glad that Katya doesn't try to teach her how to be a better woman.
Let me see here. What would I have to roll if I'm trying to call like a formula for something?
Hmm?
I'm trying to determine if Katya might know of like a potion of silence or something, and how to make one.
No, you wouldn't know.
Gotcha.
That's
I mean, I have the silent spell, but the problem is that's only in a certain range. It's not like on a target.
Oh, so then stand that range away from us and cast it on yourself.
No,
It
like you
doesn't
have to be
move.
in the range for it to work. Like if you
So-
step out of the range, it will
Oh, I see. Well, that's just very complicated now, isn't it? Oh well, at least you'll be a good looker if even if your voice doesn't match. Don't worry, we'll help you out the best we can.
Yeah. I'll
Like I
try.
said, just mind link and tell us what to say, and we'll do the talking for you.
Okay.
Above game, I would like to point out the irony here that the person with probably the lowest charisma in the party is trying to be highly charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily trying to be charismatic, trying to be able to pass myself off as a girl on my island.
Which is like a use of charisma,
Yeah.
More like performance, but
which is charisma based.
I mean, you can have a bad charisma but still have a high performance.
That's true.
That not in my case.
I'm very good at pretending to be charismatic. I do have one question though. I remember you mentioning when you were trying to spy on bitch tits that she somehow knew you were there and looked right at you.
Yep.
Does that mean that she might be able to just see through illusions anyway?
It's possible, but that's not really the main reason for the disguise. The main reason for the disguise is so that the people that know who I am and think I'm a terrorist don't recognize me on the spot.
What did you do on your island where you're so highly wanted by everyone?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
The only thing that happened that I can remember is my glasses fell off during my exam when I was in front of bitch tits. And she saw my eyes glowing.
And since then you've been a
Well, I
heretical
was in jail for a while.
terrorist?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you should probably disguise yourself so we don't have to fight every few feet we walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, sachet.
All right. What are the rest of you doing as we cut away from that?
I'm sort of like face palming.
Easy enough to do.
It is like the easiest thing to you know what I mean? Like it's the easiest thing to
React to all this.
react.
Yeah. Welcome to your new group of adventurers. So,
This is a bad
While-
example,
It's
but essentially also reflects the core of what we're really about.
in a sense, yeah.
And I above game, I can't wait for the day where Xenos sees Katya actually in his male form and just starts to believe that you're not really a woman, you're just a guy pretending to be one.
One day. Anyway,
First time we get in combat, and I had to drop my concentration.
so in the meantime, D-Knock, anything you want to do other than rest?
Some testing with the new summon, just kind of like seeing what he can do.
Okay. I'm sure you're aware, but there is a character sheet in Roll20.
Yes, I have it open actually.
So, yeah, easy enough for you to play around with it some. So, in the meantime, you guys are basically free to do what you would like. Anything you guys would like to do before evening comes?
we're I sort of would like to ask the party what's next. What is our plan going forward?
We are attempting to find a group of people. They are part of our group, but we were forced to separate at one point, and we are trying to meet back up with them. Incidentally, have you heard in your travels of a flying stone construction?
Have I?
Not to your knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I figured. No, I have not heard of a flying stone construction. That sounds absurd. Sounds absurd.
Well, that is our...
I'm still trying to stick in. Wait.
That would be our Laputa.
It just dawns on me. I haven't tried talking to them for a while.
Yes.
I'm going to use sending to try and contact the initial guy I did all the way back when we first landed. The guy we essentially left
The
in
mage.
charge. Yeah. The mage guy, yeah. I don't
Okay.
remember his name.
We never gave him a name.
Yeah. Okay, I thought we did for something.
NPC3.
I will contact Z3. And essentially just say, I think we've made it to the continent you're on. Are you still there?
They would inform you that they have not gone anywhere, as they currently do not have enough magical power to power the Laputa.
Oh, so they're still at the Laputa. I was mainly asking essentially if they'd left the Laputa and gone somewhere else.
No, they have begun exploring the surrounding region, immediately around the Laputa, but they haven't gone too far as they are very much not adventurers. They're, hired wizards effectively, and do not have the same level of experience as you. Excuse me. And basically they've ventured out for looking for additional help and food effectively. They're struggling, but beyond that, they're making ends meet. Since the giants left, there's only been a few casualties, mainly due to individuals traveling alone and traveling too far from the Laputa. So, otherwise, like I said, they're just kind of struggling to meet ends meet, but they're managing.
I'll inform the rest of the group of this.
Okay.
Damn.
So we've run out of food.
I'm not sure of that. It sounds more like they're just
Running.
conserving.
Basically rationing out what little they have and trying to get as much as they can without straying too far and dying to whatever plant they step on or...
Well, yeah, the
Surrounding
plants out here are pretty dangerous. Or at least they were on the other continent. I don't know about here. Still, might be a good idea to just burn down every forest we come across.
Again, that is a bad idea.
I know. Can't just burn down everything that threatens to eat us.
Why not?
I was just gonna say.
fun as it would be probably be terrible for the environment.
I mean, considering we've met on himself.
Yeah.
I suppose it would be bad to get on his bad side by destroying nature.
Hey, Xenos.
Especially,
Wait,
I was just gonna say, Xenos. They just claimed to have met a god.
yeah, I was about to say, wait, you guys met the god On?
oh, we didn't just meet him. We restored his power.
How does one restore a god's power?
Well, not really all of it, but we at least got him a portion of it.
Clearing out his main temple of undead and
And-
necrotic energies,
As
reclaiming
well as.
a relic of power. Wasn't there something else we did?
Well, there was also you and I.
Oh, right. We pumped more magic power into him to cleanse his staff.
There you go. That's how they did it. That's how they met a god.
That sounds a little underwhelming.
No, he gave me a special item and a new spell, and gave our party a fancy new boon.
You know,
By the way, here's the effect of it, and I will use the second. I will use the boon.
Yeah, what does it do again?
You have it written down, D-Knock?
Wait.
I'm looking for.
Why is Asta you doing strength? I'm scared.
Yeah,
Oh, what? I didn't mean to do that.
accidentally pushed a button.
I know it says something about like temp HP every day or something like that.
No, stop.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'll
also
find
has
it.
the same freedom modifier as me.
I know it's in the Discord somewhere.
Oh,
Asta,
no.
WTF, woman?
Oh my god! I'm not doing it.
That's a lot of good wisdom checks, though. Congratulations.
I'm pretty damn wise.
You still fail my wisdom saving.
And what
But
the
no,
hell
you
is that 3.0?
What? Oh, interesting. I don't know.
Beats me. Maybe I'll take a look at that in a little bit. So you have the second boon of On at the moment, right?
Yeah, like
Yep.
I'm.
No worries, I got it right here. You can grant you and your allies nature's resilience and its ability to survive even in the harshest environments. As a bonus action, you can grant yourself and others of your choice within 30 feet a number of temporary hit points equal to your level. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. That'd be per day. The item does require attunement.
Mhm. Which I should be attuned to it.
Yep. I don't know what all your attuned items are, but if you're using it, you're attuned to it.
So everyone gains 13 bonus HP.
Is there a temp or an override?
Including
It's
me.
it's temporary hit points.
Okay.
But yeah, it's temporary hit points because if this was effectively aid that you could do a bonus as a bonus action, a proficiency times per day, that would be straight up busted.
A little bit.
That is
So.
cool. I feel a little bit better.
That's the power of the gods, you know.
But also not great at the same time. Because I know what his maximum HP is.
Or mine.
Yours, yeah, I remember what your maximum HP was.
Is it ridiculous?
No, it's funny.
It's 69?
Not quite.
Anyway,
It's You're close though.
Oh my word. You must have
What?
rolled absolutely bad for HP then.
No. Well,
No.
he's close. He's missing a number that goes in front of the other number that he said.
Oh!
Oh damn! So it is ridiculous.
Do you want to spoil it, or do you want to wait for combat?
Oh, we might as well spoil it. Because
Okay.
fuck it.
Go for it.
It's 169.
Damn.
Bruh.
I don't even have. I just barely have over 100 thanks to the temporary.
So with the temp, I would have
182, I believe.
182. Yeah. Yeah, 182.
You left him speechless.
Yeah, a little bit.
We were doing some rolling, and he did pretty well. He did not do well for Cardin. We know this for a fact.
Yeah, Cardin's HP was actually pretty garbage.
So
I mean, everything was halved though, so essentially you had double HP.
Yeah, but it was still pretty garbage. I had a solid 102 HP,
How did
and then you double it.
Yeah. See?
Anyways.
So, anything else for you guys this evening?
Nope, just head back to the tavern.
Back to the tavern. Maybe participate in some fights.
Oh.
I know. I certainly want to give it a try.
I'll give it a shot.
What type of try would you give it?
I guess it depends on what my opponent is and what we're struggling against.
That is fair.
For instance, if we're struggling in say wrestling, I mean, I might purposely give in,
Ha! That's
Hello,
not
wife.
exactly very respectable. That's not exactly very respectable.
She
Actually-
happened to walk in the room. That was some unfortunate timing.
Or fantastic timing, depending on.
Poor
No,
woman.
I may or may not have been fantasizing about wrestling with a big old sweaty man.
Why are you like this, Kowski?
The party
What do you
has been
mean?
asking themselves that
Talking
since
to
day
talking to
one.
people that aren't there? I don't know.
Actually, hey Xenos, question for you.
Yes.
You fought in these pits before. What
Yes.
type of magic do people generally use in there?
Bye.
Low level stuff.
Yes, but I mean, do they use offensive, defensive, support?
You
Would
would
I
know
be
that
able to tell
You would-
the genre?
Genre?
you would know. You would know that it kind of depends.
Rock magic.
The way the fights are designed, you have two different categories in which you could be fighting in. You have they basically either do 1v1 or 2-on-2. 2-on-2 sometimes when there is magic involved, one of them does provide either buff or debuff spells. In a 1-on-1 scenario, if somebody is using magic, a lot of times it's either big flashy damage or buff in order to prevent themselves from getting absolutely walloped.
Okay.
Okay.
That answers my question.
I would basically, tell him. They mostly use like low-level defensive shit.
Okay. I have an idea that may or may not just get magic banned from the pits.
Oh no!
I like this already.
It's more for, oh god, magic can do that, because from the sound of it, no one's tried it. Because my plan is just hold person.
I mean,
Oh man!
if it
Throat.
works, it works. So, give me one moment here as I slightly adjust a couple of things.
Hold person.
Oh my gosh, why is my
Oh,
roll
shit.
20 going so slow? That's so
It
Running.
can't handle the power of your map.
So, everybody wants to fight. It sounds like.
Yes.
Except for Denock, is that correct?
Denock's interested in what his ghost can do in the ring.
Okay. Why is Valinar a tiny creature? Okay. Okay, well, let me get them then, I guess. I mean, why are there nameplates on everything? I don't remember that being an option. Whatever. Alright. We're gonna take you and put you over here. We're gonna open this. A kablooey! Y'all position yourselves where you would like to be.
Is that the pit right there in the middle?
No, that's the fire. Of course it's the
Oh, so
pit.
Oh, it's fire. I want to jump in.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's a fire pit. I'm like, well, I mean, we'll be when we're done with it. It's awfully small.
Would you like to?
Yeah, you're
assign
in a
lines
tavern.
to me?
I thought I did.
Um,
You not moving?
no, I'm just getting like a square, like a select thing when I try and drag and click it.
Oh, interesting.
Select
Usually,
move.
no, I got it. I gotta assign him to you. Which is weird because
Us is like, I'm going first. Fuck you.
it's weird because there, now you should be able to. That's weird because like it's assigned to your character sheet, so I shouldn't need to do that. Which reminds me, I'm gonna.
Where did Asta go?
I think she's under.
Hide and go, Asta.
Oh, I see you.
Dang it.
You have a nameplate.
Shut up.
Okay. Sorry, I'm working on getting things. Oh my god, this is gonna drive me absolutely fucking nuts. Yeah, get rid of that. Go back to here. We're gonna do this one. For whatever reason, Roll20 is being stupid slow for me right now.
It's been doing that for me all night.
I'm not having any problems right now.
I'm gonna just close some of my internet tabs, and maybe that'll help. I doubt it somehow, but
See, I just assumed mine was being so slow because of my lovely laptop. So good to know it's not just me.
well, normally it's not. Me,
Actually,
so- all right. So, you have
so
the
how
Apple
does
Tavern.
Dinoc plan on getting that thing into?
That's a great question.
It'll just like stand over the side. All right, bring it on.
I mean, yeah, no.
Oh wait, why am I tiny?
That's not
No,
what
no, I
was
got
supposed
struck
to
again.
happen. That was not
Oh,
what
okay.
was supposed to happen.
I mean, do you remember what my Phantom was able to do?
Yeah.
He was able to go through walls.
Right. Oh, I mean, it is a ghost. Duh.
And we had a few problems because he kept on getting clipped out of the map a few times here and there.
Yeah.
Not my problem, by the
Jesus.
not my fault, by the way. Just
Kinda. Just don't snap from the grid. Done. Actually, is there a way to do that?
Yeah. So, who would want to go first?
No one else volunteers. I'll go first.
Can I?
How about? I mean,
Roll
if
for
somebody
it.
else wants to go first.
Sure.
That
Everybody roll initiative. Those with the highest initiative goes first.
Okay.
Okay.
am I going to roll off of my initiative or his?
Okay, I think Asta's going first.
Yeah, no.
Holy shit.
Where? Okay, there's mine.
Oh, you just have the tiebreaker enabled, Asta. That's what that is. Well, are you planning on fighting yourself as well, Dinoc, or are you only gonna put the Cloud Giant in?
Only the Cloud Giant.
Then I would say have them roll initiative.
All
Rip,
right,
do I have
where
something
is...
turned on that I shouldn't?
No, it's fine. It doesn't do anything other than put a point in your numbers. It's irrelevant.
Does he have an initiative on his page?
It'll be Dex if it's not, if there isn't a button for it.
Yeah, all right. 2.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Amazing.
Save the best for
Alrighty.
last then.
So, Asta's up first with a natural 20 initiative.
She gets a surprise round.
No, she does not.
Dang.
So, hold on, I gotta write this down. We have Asta going first, followed by Xenos, followed by Valinar. I'm assuming you guys are not doing doubles. You guys are all doing mono a mono.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm gonna just put Dinoc, but I know it's the ghost, but it'll
Close
just help
enough.
me because Dinoc will be controlling the ghost. So, okay. So, all right. So that brings us to a little bit of a fight. So there is a rule
Uh-oh.
that they have here.
There's one rule.
One, no killing, and two, if you participate in the fighting, you're not allowed to bet on your own fight.
These rules suck.
Well,
My money's on Asta.
It's a good thing we have friends, right?
What kind of fight is it that you're not allowed to kill them? Ugh, lame.
You know what? I almost want to make Xenos go first in order to have the crowd do something, have like a moment of what the fuck.
I mean, you could have a
Like,
Xenos
ooh.
Asta fight.
Ooh,
No, because
that's a good point.
I wouldn't want to do. I don't want to do that because I want Asta to be able to have her own battle. But
That's fair.
you know what I'm gonna do? And Asta, you tell me if you're okay with this or not. I'm gonna have Xenos. Huh?
I just wanted to say no before you said anything.
Oh well, you let me know. I'm gonna let Xenos go first to kind of engage the crowd. He is technically like a local hero in a sense, so they would probably give him like first round anyway. But in exchange for that, because I do want to honor your natural 20 that you rolled, regardless of when you go in your, like, whenever you get to your fight, you will be able to act first, and whatever you do, I will grant you advantage on for the first round.
We'll call it inspiration.
We don't need to call it that. I just...
Hero's
If you-
inspiration.
If you're okay with that.
So here's the thing. I have no problem with him going first or whatever,
Ow.
but I was going to ask to go first just because I'm going to have to dip out soon because it's getting late and I work in the morning.
Ooh.
If you... Honestly, his fight will not last very long. Okay? Like...
We've said that kind of thing before, and then it went longer than it should.
Oh,
Well,
Mhm.
Well,
Very-
here's... It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Are you okay
You
with
guys
that,
got 1 HP.
Asta?
If you're wrong, I get something.
Yeah, I'll give you something.
Fine.
Alright, do me a favor and you guys swap places.
Say what?
What?
Okay. I was like, why can I not? Why am I not able to grab it?
Why does it just say blind in a circle?
Because we don't have art
Yes.
for him yet.
No art.
Your
You
character
could put like a
your-
placeholder in there or something.
It got unassigned. No, this is more insulting.
Okay.
You should be good now, blind.
Okay.
I do need to fix it on my end, though, because there is one more thing I need to do, so give me one moment.
Ah,
What I'm going to have you do, though, is I am going to have you roll initiative against this guy.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat!
Let's see, what did I get? If it was-
0.
My
You,
internet's
make
been
su-
really slow tonight.
I mean, it's
11.
running both of you guys.
No, it's just me. 11. Xeno's got an 11 on his. Okay.
Wow, that's not good. Is it Xenos or Xanos? Because it keeps changing.
Xenos. Why did it change? It's Xenos. I have it on both of the
Nope, that's not right.
my
did I
character
roll?
sheet and on roll 20 now.
It's neither. He's Thanos.
Okay.
Okay.
Blind
KO.
or Xanos.
Yes.
It's been a while since you've been in the tavern. The crowd is hyped for your fight. You have the initiative order, as I did not roll very well. What are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I will go. How many? Okay, I'll run up to him. I will say, screw this, bonus action, cast Shadow Blade.
Ooh, okay. So you guys.
That sounds
watch-
cool.
You guys watch as he like runs, kind of low, almost like almost predator-like, and as he does so, shadows kind of coalesce around his arm, his forearm and hand, kind of coming from the ground, extending into a small blade of some kind. I'm guessing either a short sword or a dagger. Your choice, in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like a rapier type of sword.
Okay.
But why did it roll damage instead of casting the spell?
That guy's
It's
about to
fine.
get raped.
Okay.
It's fine. You cast the spell.
Okay. And then,
That's your bonus action, and you're gonna attack it or attack him.
yep,
Go
I'm
for it.
going to attack him.
So this is a D20 plus your Dex modifier.
Yep.
And any other bonuses that you may have. I don't think you have many, but
Where is the 20 plus dex one? See, I feel like that should be under my actions as the attack with that, but
just if you have a weapon, just attack with the weapon
okay.
because it's the same thing. It's all gonna use your Dex modifier, I think.
Yeah. Sure.
It's not
Damage.
rolling an attack. Why is it?
Let's try this. There we go.
Okay, yeah, that'll.
It looks
27.
like you've somehow mucked up your character sheet.
No, he's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 27 will absolutely hit. I don't know what he's clicking on because I can't see his end, but yeah. 27 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll
I
damage.
clicked on the damage rather than the 2 hit.
Oh, okay. Well, now go ahead and roll damage. So roll. This is psychic damage. So roll 3d. I think it's 3d6.
Yeah.
No, 3d8. 3d8.
Woo!
Yep, my bad.
Better specify you're doing non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I'm doing non-lethal damage. It's psychological. His mind might be broken, but he won't die.
He'll just be a permanent vegetable.
So
It's
one
only
thing-
13.
Actually, it's 18 because one of the things that the spell itself doesn't take into consideration is your modifier, which I think is odd. But because you're specifically making an attack roll, it is argued and confirmed that you get to add your attack modifier to the damage, so your dex, strength, whatever you're using, because you get to choose with Shadow Blade. So it's actually 18 points of damage, which is a good meaty chunk of damage.
Yeah.
You guys watch as this individual, the blade kind of cuts upward, kind of almost cutting through the guy, but like as the blade passes through, there's no physical wound that opens on the guy, but you can see him kind of like clench and reel in pain. You have a second attack, I believe.
Yep, I do. I have extra attack.
Nice.
Really?
Oh, here
Natural
we go.
one. Already.
Okay. You just miss.
Okay.
That would have been a bad way to
That's
start.
fair.
What's your split? I don't know your split off the top of my head.
Oh, characters, class split.
Yeah, like do you have the third attack or no?
Not yet.
Okay. Question.
Third attack, I think, is level 11.
Yeah. So, question: do you want to put on a show for the crowd and go ahead and do your action of surges?
Yes, I'll go ahead and action surge.
Cool. Go ahead and take 2 more attacks.
Yep, that and expediency.
17 will hit. 16 will also
And
hit.
16.
Yep, also
I figure
hits.
I'd roll both of those.
So go ahead and roll damage
quickly.
2 more times.
Yep. It'll be... That's
What?
really... What?
222.
That's...
322. So that is
And then you
13,
Add
20,
5 each.
yeah, 23 points of damage.
Apparently, this is not liking me so far. Good to know.
Well, it doesn't really matter because you run forward and make this first attack, and as he does, and as he reels, you're not expecting it as your second swing just barely misses, but as you kind of pivot and take 2 more cuts through the air, you kind of turn and begin walking away, dismissing the shadow blade as you do so before the individual kind of and falls to the ground, moving, breathing, but unmoving. Never even got a turn to act.
Jeez. Nice.
As you leave the arena.
Yay!
I feel like that's just...
He was holding
Yeah.
back. That's what that was.
Yeah, I was definitely... We will roleplay that as... I was holding back.
Yeah.
I choose to believe it.
Sure.
I mean, it was very quick, very intentionally placed, and
It's-
yeah.
More so be like, yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I'm here. Hello.
And
Don't
the
forget I
crowd
exist.
and the people around you are going nuts, by the way.
Okay.
So, Asta, you are up next. Oh, you're typing in there. Hello, General Movie. Okay, neat. So, Asta, your battle begins. You have initiative in this, as I promised. What would you like to do?
Do you have
Push
any
it off.
foam arrows?
I had a Girl Scout cookie in my mouth. Anyway, let's see. Who am I fighting first off?
That NPC.
That's it. I don't get no details.
He's an NPC.
He's generic schmo.
I mean, yeah, this is a human individual who appears to be a little bit more of a brawler. You can see that this individual, while the previous individual was using like a large stick, this individual appears to be kind of bare knuckled and like beginning to taking up a little bit of a fighting stance. However, you have the initiative on him. What would you like to start with?
He's Joe Blows.
You're so funny.
You're welcome.
Let's see. My problem is there's things I can do, but there's not a lot of things I can do that are short range.
I thought you had a dagger.
I mean, you can do all of your things at close range because I'm pretty sure you have the 1 feat that allows you to shoot into melee. So you can pretty much do anything within close combat. Pretty sure you do anyway. I can double check.
I didn't mean
That's
to
not
do that.
it.
Whoopsies.
Or that too.
Nope.
I don't see it on here, but I also don't see any of your feats.
Helpful.
Here we go again.
That's on you.
Oh, there's one of them. Oh, you may not have that one yet then.
Uh-oh.
At this point, here's the thing though, you're not technically within melee, so you can still shoot him and not have disadvantage.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Can I do this? Oh, sure. Now when I do you, oh come on!
Are you wanting to shoot your bow?
Please hold. Fuck you! Why are you not working?
Oh, so earlier it was just pushing all sorts of buttons on its own, and now it's like, no.
Pretty much. It keeps crashing.
Oh, wow.
Do you have physical dice nearby?
They're at blinds, so no.
Alright, you want me to just do it on my end, or do you want to... Oh wait, can you... Do you think the roll 20 thing will work on the side, where if you hover over the d20 to hit a d20? Like what I just did?
Hang on, I'm gonna try one more time.
I can do it on
Oh, the
stream,
dice
too.
roller.
Like that. Ooh.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, there's a spell.
Arcane Hand. How many
Like
times did you
12
use this?
times. How does
no.
Asta have Arcane Hand?
I don't know, man. I wasn't even trying to click it, but
You don't have access to Arcane Hand.
well, guess what, buddy? It's there.
Why?
But how?
I don't know what to
even-
tell you, but
You
it's
don't
there.
even have 5th level spells yet. Like, oh my god.
Okay. Once we're done with this, Asta, you and Blind and Rip all need to sit down and go over your character sheet.
Her maximum hit points changed since 30 seconds ago when I last looked at her character sheet.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Twilight Zone.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Okay.
Also, you're
changing-
fine.
I'm changing this real fast. This is not your fault. This is not your fault. Changing that. What are you wanting to do? You're wanting to attack with sharpshooter?
Yes.
Okay. Kablam. Oh, well, there it went through. We'll use your roll because it was better.
Yes, please.
Oh, that was also
Lightning
lightning.
arrows.
That was hold on, that was lightning arrows. So that may not have been your. Yeah, that was plus 14. So you weren't using your sharpshooter on that one. But I knew you wanted to use it, so I'll just take off 5 from that. Oh, here you go.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
They all rolled at once.
Oh my. Okay.
This guy's not getting a turn either.
Okay. You're wanting to do lightning arrow. Is that what I'm understanding?
Holy shit.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Just-
Lightning arrow with sharpshooter. I think this works. It'll be fine. If I take 5 away from 23, because that's what I'm going to use, because that's the only thing that actually fucking makes sense
18.
right now. It's 18. 18 is absolutely going to fucking hit. We're going to just click the longbow sharpshooter in the chat for once. And then we'll do the lightning arrow, which I believe is an extra 4d6.
Okay.
Let's see if the thing fucks up.
Oh my god!
Oh, here comes the
Asta!
rest of them.
Jesus!
Are you clicking the damage, or are you clicking it in your sheet?
I'm clicking in my sheet.
Click the damage in the chat, okay? Just come over to the top, click one of the longbows that was not the natural 20, and click on it in the chat. It was not the natural... Okay, it's fine. 20 points
20
of damage.
Thank you.
Uh...
I'm not sure which is the bigger battle. What she's actually doing in the game, or what she's doing on her character sheet.
Yeah, what the fuck? So 20 points of damage. Okay, that's the start. Okay. Roll 4. Well, hold on. I'm gonna see if it works on my end. I'm just gonna click a button. Hold on.
Once.
But I want to do it.
Okay, it did work. 14 points of lightning damage. We're gonna just go with that, okay?
Hallelujah.
Okay. Are you planning on shooting again?
I mean, obviously.
Okay. Oh my god, I don't even know what to fucking do because you're just spamming the chat every time you click one time. Can you try clicking the longbow sharpshooter attack one more time for me? Just once.
Okay.
And if it doesn't show up, don't hit it again. Okay, great. That's the same thing you rolled earlier. Actually, no, that's even better because that's a 23 with the sharpshooter. So now in the chat, you see where it says underneath your attack rolls, underneath the 23, where it says longbow sharpshooter. It's like a purple box.
Sir, this is not the first time I've been playing. I know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Click that.
Damn!
Okay. And because you can, go ahead and roll another d8 for Colossus Slayer. What? Oh, okay, never mind. I see. So 7.
I love the reaction.
Okay. Look, if you can look on stream, there's a 7 on the screen, but there's a 1 in the chat, and I only saw the 1, and I went, what?
What?
So, okay.
This is entertaining.
Yeah. Very much so. As you this individual just
She's spamming all these
hits
extra
the ground.
attacks.
Just
Oh Lord.
hits the ground. I'm assuming because you knew the rules going into it, you didn't aim for any vital points. So the individual is not dying in that sense. They very much... Oh my god, you even had advantage on these rolls. So yeah, I don't even fucking care. It's done. And you...
When the DM is done with it.
Well, okay, look, we've been trying to figure out her turn for 15 minutes. And it's nothing against you. It's nothing against you, Archer. It's nothing against you. It is quite literally a combination of Roll20 fucking up and your computer fucking up and then your internet fucking up. It's not like...
God damn.
Am I wrong?
No, but still.
I mean, their internet should be pretty good, but...
Anyway, assuming
But what
that
if I wanted to kill him? That's not fair.
you want to kill him,
I mean,
you can certainly say fuck the rules and attempt to kill him.
And be imprisoned for the rest of the campaign. That'll give you time to sort out your character sheet.
lame. Did somebody tell me not to kill him or hold me back, or I guess I knew the rules.
I mean, it was a
Yeah,
rule.
you were told the rules going into it.
I just kind of roll my eyes and walk out of the arena.
Oh, the sass. Ooh.
Okay. You guys, the crowd is like,
The fuck?
What just happened? Like they weren't expecting. They were expecting what Xanos did. They were not expecting somebody else to walk in and do it as well.
They were expecting only Xanos to one shot. They weren't expecting anyone else to one shot.
Pretty much. Rolling a D100. Why?
Oh, I didn't do that.
Here we go again!
Oh boy.
Okay.
The DM sounds like he's just gonna cry himself to sleep though.
I do that every night. Okay. Well then. Eventually I might get to take a turn. Valinar. You're up. Would you mind rolling initiative for me, buddy? Ooh, I might get to go first this time.
Once, please.
11.
I definitely get to go first. He rolled a natural 19. I mean, not that it's gonna matter. Not really anyway. But here we go. This individual is using a rather large stick. Okay? And he is going to immediately rush you. Attempting to pin you between the wall and the back wall and where you currently stand. And he is going to... Okay, disadvantage. Good thing for disadvantage, I rolled a natural 20 and a 9 for a total of 15.
Miss.
Okay. He will take a second swing due to martial paralysis and roll a natural 1.
Martial prowess, huh? Not today, buddy.
Fight's over. I rolled a natural 1 on severity. He trips and falls on his way to you and knocks himself out on his stick.
Oh my god!
No. So this is what happened. He has a rather large stick, and he runs at you, Valinar, and you just go, solar flare! And he swings the stick down, and it bounces off of the wall behind him, and it just comes back and boom, just thuds into his head, and you watch as he just on the ground.
Well,
I'm gonna walk over and nudge him a bit with my foot, go, dude.
so DM got a turn, and it was over about as quickly as the other two fights.
You have had a Dahmer death.
I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 1 for severity. That's the worst you can do. Like, that was the time that Cardin basically nearly cut his leg off bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good.
I was gonna exit the ring going, well, that was disappointing.
You didn't have to hold a person. You just solar flare. Ah! Ooh. Ooh. D-Dog, you want to go next, or should I?
You were the next one in initiative order, Katya.
Perfect.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm going to maintain my feminine appearance at first.
Oh, I guess I should have grabbed your other there. Oh, why are you tiny?
I don't know. What the hell? What do you...
I don't know.
Okay, we'll get rid of this one. Bloop.
You're done for tonight.
No, I
Perfect.
love this. This is so much fun. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm trying. I can't stop laughing long
Oh
enough.
my god.
Oh man! No!
You're not gonna believe me, but
Okay.
I read a
Asta, what's
theory.
going on with your token?
Asta, your character is like super dead.
Maybe not today.
We're just gonna.
Tonight is utterly fucked up.
Yeah, this is great. This is a great night for just these shenanigans. Okay. All right. John Goodman is gonna run at you. Not make the
What?
same mistake and stand over here.
John Goodman.
It's a
Okay.
generic ass
John
name. Piss
Goodman
off.
doing here?
You will not sully my victory.
And he is going to. So this individual is wearing armor, not like heavy armor. It's like makeshift splint mail. And is going to bring down a pretty large kind of. Again, we'll go with a stick, maybe a log for this individual.
A log?
Yeah, and he's gonna.
Oh shit!
He's gonna attempt to bonk you on the head with it. Oh my god, where'd my die go? That wasn't.
It sounded like a broke.
It did. It went. Psh. Wow, I rolled well. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, I can't stop it.
Okay. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage from that, and 8 points of radiant damage as there's a slight radiantal burst from the stick as he bonks you on the head.
Oh, so that's 20 total, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's his
Okay. Institution to maintain concentration. Okay. Good.
turn. Why is your constitution, dude? It's a constitution save, but a
Fuck.
22 is still good enough. It's fine
Okay.
because the constitution save would be even higher.
Yeah, it's the +8, so unless I roll a nat 1, which I'm not even good, I'll take it.
Or 2.
Okay.
Anyway,
So Kante's gonna take
your
that
turn.
blow. Kante's gonna take that blow and be like, "Ow! Why would you hit a woman with a log?"
You're in a foot
And-
pit, moron.
And she's going to reach back her bare hand to swing at this guy.
I wanted to log you out.
I'm gonna assume a 10 misses.
Yeah, 10 will absolutely miss.
And then I'll take one step to the side, kind of circle around him. So,
Okay.
like, you should not hit a lady. I'll get you for that.
Okay. He will. Hold on, I gotta check.
Did
something.
you say he's wearing armor?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Makeshift splint mail.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's yeah. He is going to. He is going to go. Kind, give me strength and make those who are lesser non-believers cower in fear. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh, not wisdom. God dang it.
That's actually
16's
pretty good.
not bad.
16. I want to find out. You would probably just pass.
Sweet.
Yeah, just basic mathing on my end. Ba, 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 ba. He kind of, and then is this? No, that is not. He will.
Morticia? What the hell?
Austin,
Why are we
what
dragging-
the fuck are you doing?
Why are we dragging Monica into this?
Oh my.
All right, yeah, that's his turn. Can't do anything else.
All right. I'm going to attempt a persuasion on this guy.
Sure.
I'm going to look him in the eye and I'm going to say, "Come on, can't you just let a lady have a free win?" Oh, that's kind of low for me, actually. 15.
Sorry, but I'm in it for the coin.
Okay, well,
I'll say that was your bonus action to try and
Yeah.
persuade him.
well, I tried. And then I'll use Shocking Grasp, which, because he's wearing metal, I should get advantage.
I'll allow it. It's
That's what it says in the spell.
yeah. I know, but it's like, again, like part of the issue is like these
26?
individuals are wearing a lot of like bone and leather armors, but like because of their stuff, it does technically qualify as splint and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it'll hit. Go ahead and deal damage.
Oh, that's low. 8.
8 points of damage. Okay. Is that your turn?
I'll move away because he can't react. Not that it's going to do me much good.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, he will move up to you and attempt to bonk you on the head again. Ooh, that is. It's gonna hit. It's like it's a 20 something.
Yeah, that'll hit.
A little bit lower. That's 11 blunt damage and
I'm gonna hit with a
5
blunt.
and 5 radiant damage.
16 total. Oh, here we go. Where's my con save? That'll save.
And yeah, that'll be his turn.
Okay. I'm going to quicken a blade ward.
Okay.
Let me remind myself how many points that's going to take. As soon as I find the right damn page. Jeez. Quicken. Oh, quicken. Oh. Okay, it's two points. So I will apply blade ward to myself. Then I'll shock and grasp again. Bzz. 21.
Hits.
That's a little bit better. 11 more points of damage.
Oh. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. He is going to lay on hands,
Oh, whoa!
He's a paladin.
and he's going to heal himself for his action. And for his bonus action, he is
Bonus
going
round.
to. This is okay. We're gonna. I don't have anything fancy, do I? What's in here?
What's in here? Oh, look, another mace.
I don't really have anything quickly. We're gonna just what's in here? This one I'll do. Sure. This. He's gonna basically.
He's gonna do something.
He's gonna use it's spiritual weapon, but he's just gonna put it right there, and will attempt to hit you with it.
Oh no.
That's a natural one.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
He just misses.
That would have been hilarious.
If he hit himself with a spiritual weapon, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Katya.
I'm gonna try to persuade again. This time I'm gonna say it's not too late to give up. Do you really want to get hurt? Oh my god.
As most of the wounds on his body had just kind of sealed up, he kind of goes, "Sorry, love. Maybe I'll buy you a drink after all of this." Unfortunately, he does not seem to be persuaded by your words.
It was worth a try. But it's time to end this battle. I could do that. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at 4th level to do thunder damage.
Okay, you have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Disadvantage? Oh.
He's within 5 feet of you.
Oh, it is a ranged spell. Yeah, duh. Okay. Let me roll another d20. Let me roll another d20 and. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be higher.
It'll hit. No, it's not. It's not any higher, but it'll hit.
About. Okay, well, 31 points of thunder damage.
Oof.
Is he still standing from that?
Barely. He's. Oh, what the hell? Oh.
Wasn't expecting that.
No, he was not. But he is a little bit hardier than the rest of these guys. Just paladin base.
Perfect. I'm gonna finish him off with quickened.
Nope. You used your bonus action to persuade.
Oh, right. But I am gonna roll a d100.
Thank you.
25.
Oh my god, watch him fucking just vanish.
Oh, blind sight. I'll take it.
Okay. Thank you. Alright, he is going to attempt to smash.
He ain't gonna smash me. That's weird.
That's a natural 20.
Oh no.
No. Can I bend luck on that? No.
You have to say before the roll is declared. And bend luck, even if it is a reaction, only takes away from the total. Unfortunately, a natural 20 is still a natural 20.
Right.
So, bear with me.
I thought I had something that allowed me to give somebody disadvantage. I don't have that, I guess.
That is 11.
Hey, y'all, I need to get to bed.
Yep.
Alright, good
Take care.
night.
That.
Yeah, 11.
Good night.
25. That it. Excuse me. That. Excuse me.
Damn.
Oh, I screwed that up. That's okay. That I can still use that. That's. Oh my! Stop pressing buttons.
And go to sleep.
That's fine. I'll take it that way. That's 20. 10. Another 10. 20. Okay. So that's 25 bludgeoning damage and 20 radiant damage. from the
45
crit.
points?
From the crit, yeah.
Damn.
Level 3 paladins, dude. When they crit, they go like paladins go nuclear when they crit. So.
All right. Well, this is about to be bad.
So DC
Yeah, that's
20 something.
Yeah, no. I lose my image.
Boop.
I have been deleted. He has beat the woman out of me.
He is very confused now and takes like half a step back. Like, what the fuck? It is your turn. I will give you advantage on the next attack you make for him being like so stunned.
You knocked my makeup off.
By the way,
How
Xenos,
dare you.
Katia is now a man.
I'm not supposed to kill him. I'm not supposed to kill him, but I want to throw something really powerful at him. But I'm not.
I will. I'll mark that down.
Good.
I just hit him with a good old firebolt.
Roll again.
All right.
Oh, I know it would be a straight roll.
Good, because I don't want that nat one
Yeah.
anyways.
Unfortunately, a 13 will miss.
Okay, now I'm going to quicken a spell.
Okay.
Could I try firebolt again?
Yes.
Still a straight roll.
Um,
Are you fucking kidding me? What are the odds?
1 in 400, I think.
Well, I managed it, and the game has decided that even though I came into this healthy and perfectly capable of beating this guy, I'm not going to.
Well, fortunately for you, it didn't roll that severe, so you basically just miss.
Fantastic, but I'm also left wide open. Wait,
That's your turn.
What turn did he hit me when I had the blade ward on? Fuck.
Should have remembered it. I'm sorry. I can't keep track of everything.
I forgot all about it, yeah.
Sorry. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah. This is not reflecting well on me.
Alright, it's his turn. He overcomes the momentary daze and is going to attempt to smash again. He's like, why won't you just go down? That's gonna miss. That's like 10 total.
Wow.
Spiritual weapon. That's 11 total.
That's also a miss.
So he that's his turn.
Alright.
This is
Just for
ridiculous.
That's it. Tides of Chaos. I'm going to hit him this time. If I can find my spells page again. Ugh, God, I'm having trouble.
Dina watching all this will just be like, well, now that's just excessive.
Does a 28 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Good. 15 points of fire.
Yep, that is enough.
Jesus. That was more work than it needed to be.
It really was.
Yeah.
You quite literally, because he was a paladin. Like so far, everybody's been like monkish, other than the guy Valinar fought.
And I got the tanky one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just how they lined up.
Yeah.
Well, technically, the one Valinar was going up against would have had about the same issue you would have been, but like so far, you guys have basically had to deal 30 points of damage. For the paladin, it was 40. So it's still child change to you guys.
So tiny.
So, that ends that encounter. What is that?
That's supposed to be my female character token, but it's so
Oh,
tiny.
It looked like a globe.
That's my head.
All right, and
All right.
Fair enough.
as we reset this individual, Dinok, you're gonna have the ghost go in.
Dinok is going to walk here and ask, "What is the rules on a mage's familiar?"
The guy at the table, kind of across from you, basically shrugs. I guess it's okay. And I just like
Very well. Tim.
pop and just pops into existence, like stepping out of an extra dimensional closet, and the guy in front of it literally shits himself. Do I have to? The guy at the table, like, I suppose.
You can forfeit.
He's gonna like. He doesn't know if this thing is like halfway corporeal or not, so he would be like, is this thing like a ghost?
Tim will literally reach his hand into the wall. Womp. Womp.
Yeah, I'm out.
Darn, I didn't get a chance to put any bets down.
Is there anyone who does want to fight? Let's make this interesting. Sir Xenos.
Uh-oh. You're challenging Xenos?
If he's still here. Blind. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Would
Sorry, I
you
found out what?
would you like to have a friendly spar with Tim here?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Roll initiative, motherfuckers.
Oh no.
You rolled a 2 again for the
Again.
gun, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Dex one more time just to see.
If it's another 2, I will. Okay. Well,
It's a 3!
Okay, these rolls on this guy are pitiful.
so far.
I'm scared.
Xenos, you're up first.
Yes. Xenos is going to
Just so you're aware, you have not had a short rest.
I am aware.
Okay.
I heard that.
You know, he's going to do the thing. He's going to start out with a
Do the fighter
Okay.
thing.
well, I could do the fighter thing.
Do the fighter thing. I'm interested to see what this is.
Or
No,
I
do
could
all
do
of
the
it.
thing.
Do all of it. Do all of it.
Blast.
Well, you're within 5 feet of it, so it'd be
Okay,
at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, in that
Yeah, I learned
case,
that the
I'm
hard
just
way.
gonna hit it. In that case, I'm just going to. I didn't see that I was within 5 feet.
It
I
takes
thought I
up-
was all the way
it-
across the arena.
It takes up all of the arena. It is a massive creature.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to.
Man, this is gonna be interesting. No matter what the outcome, like either Xenos is like
In that case, I
could-
am just going to.
considerably praised, Or he's about to get demoted.
Where did my actions go? There we go. And then my 2-hit is come on, lag. I take it at 28 hits.
That's a longbow.
It's what
I know.
he's using for right now. It's the same modifiers. I've already double checked. It's the same. So he's not getting
Damn,
any.
it's that late already?
He's not getting any additional bonuses or anything like that. He just has a +10 to hit due to his dexterity and proficiency bonus. So
Okay, so the first one.
Okay, I've got to call it. So y'all have fun with this battle.
yeah,
Tell me how it
it
goes
is.
next week.
we'll finish this, or you can watch the VOD. We'll finish this fight and then we'll wrap up. So
All right.
Yep.
We all have a good night.
Good
I'll
night.
see y'all next time.
looks like Vert did the same.
See you, Rona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 28 hits.
Yes. Okay. So the first one, what you use, Eldritch Blast. What?
No, he was trying to do the warlock thing, but then he was like, "Wait a minute, I'm within melee," and I'm like,
Okay,
"You would
okay.
clearly know that." So instead, he bonus
Yeah.
action cast
Okay, yes,
Shadow
28.
Blade.
What's your damage?
Damage is... I'm getting used to the D&D Beyond stuff still, but... I love the lag that goes in between when I roll and... Okay. So, 19 psychic damage.
Because it's got to add the 5 from your dex modifier.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was 14 on the roll and then +5.
Okay.
And then on my second attack, I'm going to do that again. $41.
Give me a second. He's new, so I need it. Yes.
Okay, so then 18. Well, wait, why did it
No.
roll?
You
longbow?
rolled.
That's not.
Yeah, that's not what you want to roll. You need to roll 3d8 again.
Yeah, I was questioning why it just automatically rolled that damage.
I don't know.
There we go.
You probably just pressed.
That's
pressed
better.
wrong. So 19 plus.
Plus 5,
Five.
so 24.
24, yeah.
That's 2 7s and a 5. That's some big damage.
Okay. Now, question: was any of that considered magical weapon?
It's all
And this-
psychic damage.
Okay.
So it's
all
pure
natural
magic.
Okay, then. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, at the start of his turn, you see a little bit of those wounds that he took heal a little bit. As his
Great.
regeneration kicks in.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yep. That's why I have to specify what I'm asking.
Yeah. No, dude, I totally get it. It's definitely a weird battle right now, and I'm 100% here for it. I gotta do nothing. So, what are you gonna do with the rest of their turn?
He going bonk. Mother.
I get to roll severity. I was not expecting that.
Natural 1.
That's just a miss. I think you get a second attack though, don't you?
Doesn't say anything about a second attack. Yeah, it just says spectral weapon, 1 hit.
I'm gonna double check.
Yeah. Because I'm just going off of your
Yeah,
the thing you gave me.
I'm gonna double check. For right now, I'm gonna say
But we're gonna-
you do.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you would. So go ahead and make a second attack. I'm gonna look him up real quick and find out for certain.
There we go. There's some decent roll. Does a 21 hit?
And 21 does in fact hit because I have no spell slots.
Okay. Now, do I just hit? Okay, yeah. How's 35
Holy
feel?
shit!
35 force damage.
Yep.
And then I need to make a con save.
Yeah,
What do you-
DC, whatever half of 35 is.
I do have advantage, but
18, DC 18. You're good.
27.
Yeah,
You're
no.
good.
When I picked this guy because when he hits, ooh,
He hit.
yeah, this guy is.
And I was actually correct. You do have two melee
Okay.
attacks on this guy. I'll see if I can't add that.
Yeah, okay.
But I think that ends your turn, which will bring us back
Yep.
to Xenos.
Because it's just going to be a slugfest.
And Xenos is going to be like, oh, okay. I see what you do now.
Xenos
And,
spits out a tooth, like, okay.
Yep. And he's going to roll 22 and 23
All right.
for my hits.
Is that,
This way I
wanna-
can just give you all the damage.
well, there is an initiative button off to the side. That's neat.
I didn't see it. Okay.
Do you see it where it is there? I went ahead and just put the spectral weapon as ×2 to indicate 2 melee
Okay, yeah.
attacks. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Because otherwise I don't see it even in the editing part here.
Oh, yeah.
That's oof damage on the Shadow Blade, but
Give me a total.
18.
12 plus 18 because I
That's
did
13. Oh, I see. No,
Yeah.
so you're you got
Because 7, 5, and then
20, 30 total. 30 total.
Yep.
Okay.
You have 30 psychic damage total, and
You have a bonus
that's
action.
oh yeah, and bonus action will be. I sort of wanted to.
If you want to hold on to it, hold on to it. You don't have to spend everything in a friendly fight.
I know, but I'm actually going to. Well, yeah, that's my action. I'm looking at my different actions. I'm going to bonus action manifest echo.
Oh.
There's now 2 of them. One slightly gray colored, almost similar to your cloud giant, but slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Yep, that's my bonus action. And then echo, I believe.
I think that's all you can do.
Yep, that's all I can do at this turn.
All right. Beginning at his turn, regen kicks in a little bit. Tim will shake his head and begin his swings. Does 17 hit?
Yes.
28 force.
Jesus Christ.
And second swing. I don't think a 14 will hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Okay.
So
But I
another
need
con
Damn.
save, DC 14.
con save.
I'm rolling like poop.
22. success.
You know, something that I've noticed, Rom, you have some of the most average rolls and luck with dice, whether it be digital or physical.
I do both good and bad,
Yeah.
no matter what.
And then you're also like 90%, or I'd say probably say 80% of the time, you're like in that average range. And then the other 10%, you're high. The other 10%, you're low. So, okay. Xenos, we're back to your turn again.
Yep.
It's possible that you could
I'm
miss
going
him.
to. Yep, and then I'm going to. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to.
Well, have a think. I'm gonna say something real quick, and
Yeah.
Dinok, you think blind. Dinok, as you stand here in the tavern, you can hear people going, "There it is! There it is! That's Xenos' mirror ability. Isn't that interesting? Look how it looks just like him. And watch him fight now. This ought to be interesting." That's what you
Yep.
hear. I would say that's his shadow clone ability, but I don't want to get. So Xenos, what do you do now? I'm assuming you attack. but-
Xenos is attacking.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Ooh,
I take it a
13.
13 to hit.
Yeah, that's actually gonna miss.
Very nice. Second swing.
Yeah, but then on this attack, I'm going to go ahead and use the Unleash Incarnation,
Mm-hmm.
so I can, whenever I take the attack action, I make an additional melee attack from the Echo's position.
Yep. That is something that you can do. It's like a free attack that you can do once per turn, I believe. So as long as you use your action to attack, you can use a free action to unleash Incarnate.
Yeah, and
So-
technically I could do that a second time on action surge, but
Correct, but that would be the only way. But you don't currently have action surge at the moment, so.
yes.
So go ahead and roll to hit. Ooh, 14.
Miss again.
So you got one more opportunity. Go ahead and roll one more.
20,
There you go.
30, 20. That one will hit.
30, 20. Yep.
So go ahead and
And
roll
that
your.
will be damage. Be 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Yep. And that is turn.
Beginning of Tim's turn, he will regen that little bit. And swing twice. 25
hits.
25 hits.
for 23 force. And then... Alright, there we go. 30 to hit. For
30 does hit.
26 force.
Go ahead and make me 2 con saves. If you're still up, that is.
Yeah. What was the two damages again?
2 Constitution saving throws, 23 and 26. Total
Okay.
of 49. I also want to point out Asta's DP damage that one round was 66. So your giant didn't quite do that. You're good.
Yep. Good thing natural lows don't.
What?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you? Anyway.
Yep, 17 and 21.
Okay.
That'll be his turn.
Okay. I'd be attacking again, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you have 3 attacks this turn. Ooh, 14.
That'll
Will
miss.
27
That'll hit.
damage. That's 15
15.
damage.
That's
And
rough,
then-
buddy.
Yeah, but then I'm going to do the thing again
Mhm.
because action economy.
And you can tell that this is
Oh fuck!
a hard, somewhat challenging fight. Would you? Oh, natural
Yeah.
1! Yay!
Nat
severity.
1.
Okay, you just miss. I've been rolled high for
Okay.
severity so far. Other than for me, fuckers.
Lol.
Back to the giant.
Yep. At this point, Deanoch will call down into the pit. How far do you want to take this, Sir Xenos?
I mean, I'm fine with this. However,
Very well. $22 to hit
22 hits.
for 26 force.
Okay.
And 23 to hit
23 hits.
or 29
Consistency.
force.
You're good on your first save.
I should
on your
also
second.
be good on my second one.
Yep. Good on both.
How you
Very
looking, by
glad
the
I
way?
took a high con now.
How you looking, by the way?
At this point, you gotta
I'm,
be
lo-
bloodied.
I'm looking pretty. I'm looking pretty damn rough. But
I mean, this is also showing you like what your new teammate can do.
yeah, you haven't seen everything this guy can do, but at the same time, it's like he's just having fun. So that was your turn, correct?
Yeah.
I was like, I guess I have to use this then. And bonus action, form of dread transform. And you see this almost spectral being with like the light around him dims into shadow, and it almost becomes wisps, sort of like a ring wraith, and the shadows and the darkness sort of gather around him, and his visage almost becomes skeletal. I gain. That fucking sucks. 2 plus 6, so 8. Okay. And then I'm going to make my attack action. $22,
That'll hit.
26, and because I'm apparently going all out this fight,
You already used a bonus action. Oh wait, you can use. No,
No.
that's a free action.
that's just when I take the attack action. So 22.
Yep, all hit.
18, 15, and 21.
Oh, hey, don't forget you get to add... Why do you get to add 6 to that? You get to add 6 to your temp HP from your Form of Dread. It's a D10 plus
Yeah.
6. I don't know where the 6... Oh, class level.
Yeah, I gained 8.
Still, better than...
Yeah. Fair enough. Though the cloud giant attack will take me out on the next turn. If it hits.
I'm really confused. I thought you had an ability that I don't see on here now. Anyway.
Oh, what ability did you think I had?
We'll talk about it later. I don't want to...
Okay.
Though after you hit that, Deanoch will clap his hands. Well, I believe that's enough of that. I concede the fight.
And also, I did hit that creature, so make a wisdom saving throw for me, Deanoch. For it.
I do believe
Sorry, wrong button.
it is immune.
Is it?
It is immune to being frightened.
It's immune. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I was just making sure because.
Yeah, no, this creature is nasty, but there's a reason why it's. But it's also there's a reason why it's a CR11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's taken his big boy spell to be even able to maintain it.
Yeah. No, this is my 7th level spell for
for the
this.
Yeah.
day. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your turn, Deanoch.
Like I said, he forfeited
Okay.
as one. If you blew on the giant, he would disappear.
Oh my god, you guys are both basically. You both had the
Tim
meme.
has
I didn't hear no
12
bell.
HP. Tim ended that fight with 12 HP, and he only got that.
Because of the region.
Yes.
So he would had 12 after the start of his turn?
No.
Oh, okay.
He survived that hit with that wailing with 12 HP.
Gotcha. Yeah. Both of you guys were the meme. I didn't hear no bell right there at the end. The giant having 12 HP. Xenos having you got 8 temporary hit points, so 23 HP, which would have put you both at 23-ish HP at the start of the giant's turn.
Yeah. And since this isn't, a serious fight, this was just a spar.
Yeah. The funny thing was, is if I didn't use Shadow Blade, I could have used Vampiric Touch, but
I think the guy is immune to necrotic as well. So
Actually, no.
He's not immune.
Oh no, he is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He is immune to necrotic damage. So unfortunately, it wouldn't have done anything.
yeah, that's why I didn't roll my extra D10 in necrotic damage.
Oh wow.
With the frightened visage, I get an extra D10 of necrotic on each attack.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was how that worked, but okay.
Yeah. Once I
Okay. Form of Dread transform. As a bonus action, transform once on each of your turns. Your man. Where does that come from?
Anyway.
And, Form of Grave Touched. Replace damage. I know I get an extra D10 damage from somewhere. I'll need to.
So it's
I
whatever
remember.
damage. It's whatever you're dealing. So the Grave Touch allows you to replace the damage you deal with necrotic damage instead. And when you do that, you can add an additional die of whatever damage die you're using. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I know I was in it from something, but
this
I'm
was
not sure what
so
it was from.
both Denoc, and I'm gonna kind of just wrap us up here because we are technically live.
Yeah.
As the two of you kind of end the fight, both the giant and Xenos looking very haggard. And Xenos, you're definitely kind of trying to keep yourself more presentably put together for the people in the area. But that was a rough fight, like especially given your limited space and what you could actually work with. That was a rough fight. That creature hits like a truck. But both of you learned something about each other, about each of your guys' characters, about each of your guys' abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of you were able to or went all out during that fight. Both of you still had things left in the tank that you could have used to gain an upper hand in the advantage in the fight. Given action economy, time, potentially even preparation, it's a deadly combination. But as you guys end the festivities of fighting for the evening, drinking and praying for your guy and enjoying your guys' win or wins in the fighting pit, earning a little bit of coin in the interim as well. Eventually the night takes everyone, and we'll give everybody a long rest, and we'll pick it up next week. I want to thank everybody who is still here for sticking around. I understand that it's late. I also appreciate the you two sticking around and finishing out this fight. I did not expect this fight, so that's kind of fun. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Good night.
And see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah.